Alright, so normally when Marvel Legends announces their figures, and their figures that I already have, I'm usually sitting in my seat going, oh man, another one of those, another one of those, another one of those. Are we ever going to finish Alpha Flight? Are we ever going to finish Inhumans? And then they announced Professor X in the hover chair. And this is something that I've always wanted. I have the 5-inch version, but they never made a 6-inch version. Really excited to get him out of the package. And then they made another Deadpool, and I was like, great, another Deadpool. But then I'm looking at this pack, and I gotta be honest with you, I would have bought this thing, the box set, just for the scooter, the dog, and the squirrel. The Deadpool, he's pretty cool, but man, they have really been cranking out some Deadpools lately. I remember it just seems like a couple years ago when we were sitting there going, God, they could really use a new Deadpool. It'd be really nice if they'd give us a new Deadpool. And now it seems like we get a Deadpool like every year or two every year. Let's check them out. Alright, so I've freed him out of those cardboard prisons, and I also pulled out all the other figures that I'm going to compare them with. So over here we have all the Charles Xavier's, Professor X's in my collection. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. And that's why when they're saying a Professor X in the hover chair, I was like, God, that's the one I've always wanted. So we have 3 of these, which are pretty cool, but they just don't hold up compared to that. And then if you have the Kingpin Build-A-Figure, hopefully you do, you can pop the head off, throw the Shadow King hand on him. You can throw the hands on him from a Monster Venom, which I obviously don't have any extra hands. And then you have an extremely cool Shadow King, like kind of where he's like in his human form, kind of. Now if we could have just got him in the monster form, well, he basically looks real close to Venom. Anyways, I'll put some pictures at the end of the video for that. And then if you slide over here, we have the Deadpool on the Vespa. That was something that we've always really wanted. And if you look back there in the back, it's something that I already had. I went ahead and went on eBay, picked that thing up for like 25 bucks. It's a little out of scale, but at the time I thought it definitely scratched that itch. We'll go ahead and start with the Professor X. First off, I'll go ahead and show you all these. This is like an old like Toy Biz one. It has a chair. It used to have like an action. You can see like there's a metal plate in the back of it. I think you'd roll the wheels, his arms would go up or something. And he also has a little hood on him, the Cerebro. Probably saying that wrong, actually. I know I'm saying that wrong. He was cool. He's definitely not one of my favorites. He's like in the back of my shelf as far as the Professor X goes. And then you have these two. You have the one in the clear chair, just like he had in the movie for Magneto. Couldn't mess with his chair. And I thought that was also pretty cool. And then you have the other one that I had on my X-Men collection, which is basically the same as the clear one, except for they changed the wheels out. I'm thinking it's okay, it's not the same. It looks like it's actually totally different. I think it might be the same. Yeah, so it's the same as this one, pretty much exact, except for this one doesn't have the metal plate. This one doesn't have the action. At least I'm pretty sure it doesn't have. Maybe it does have an action. I don't see an action, guys. Sorry, I'm trying. Maybe I feel like it's supposed to, but I don't know because it plugs on the back of the chair like he's supposed to do something. This is the one that I had on my X-Men team. He doesn't really hold a torch to the one in the hover chair. And we'll go ahead and look at the Shadow King real quick. The head is actually really cool. The glasses come off if you don't like that. But then where are you going to put the glasses? I actually think the glasses look really cool. He definitely looks cool with those hands on him. God, I need a whole nother Kingpin because I'm not even going to mess with the Shadow King because I like the Kingpin better than this. But it was just a nice, cool little touch. I definitely like all these little extra heads that they're throwing in these packages. Just kind of, gives you like chances, like something to do with them, maybe not, whatever. And then you have this amazing piece of art. And they went really cheap. Like, I'm really happy to have it. I think it's an awesome toy, but it looks just really cheap. It has the seam down the middle. That sucks. It has so much marbling in that plastic. That also sucks. The plastic feels really, really, like really cheap. Like if this thing falls off your shelf, this thing is definitely going to crack. So that kind of sucks. The fact that they gave it absolutely no paint whatsoever also kind of sucks. Yeah, you have these little control panels, but it's just a big hunk of like gold plastic. I guess that's cool, but I think they could have dressed it up just a little bit for us. You can take him out. I think it'd be cool if the legs are like super wobbly and he couldn't stand. That's not the case. I guess I could have pulled out like a chameleon or something to compare it with this. But I'm sure that you have plenty of those already. Then he comes with the helmet, and then he has this really cool effect thing back here that there's plenty of other cool uses you can use with something like that. And we might, you know, figure something out in the video, because it's just a big white pile of goo. I see stuff like this all the time, but it's usually like in the bottom of my sock. And then you have the helmet. If you don't like the helmet, you can take the helmet off. I actually like the helmet, so I'm probably going to display him with there. And then of course he has the fingers that you can put on his forehead, because that means it is business. Like, of course he can do it without putting his fingers on his forehead, but you know it's serious when he does that. And I'm glad that they went ahead and gave us a hand that could do that. So it's basically an action figure that you already have with a new head. It's painted slightly different. Let's go ahead and check out. Oh, and he does have the blanket that goes over his lap, because his legs have no feeling. So when they get cold, he can put a blanket over it to keep him warm. So that doesn't make any sense. But hey, he comes with the blanket. Then if you look inside of the chair, they have this little detailed control panels. They did put a little love on the inside. You think that it'd be cool if they had some kind of a dash in there. They didn't. The seat cushions can come out, but why would you do that? And then if you don't want to look at those control panels, you can slide these together, but then you take away the little bit of paint that they did put on it. He has this little effect here to make the chair float. It's kind of extreme. I don't ever remember this thing blasting out. He kind of looks like MODOK or something with that thing, which is definitely kind of weird. Go ahead and get that out of the way. Now we're going to go ahead and look at this Deadpool scooter. And this is something like, you know, normally I'd be like, you guys got to be kidding me. Another freaking Deadpool. Really? Another Deadpool? But not this time, because I wanted this Deadpool dog and the Deadpool squirrel so bad it actually hurt a little bit. So I was super excited to get that. I'd have spent $50 just to get these two. I'm glad that I didn't have to. I actually spent $40 to get the whole entire thing. The scooter is actually pretty cool. It comes with the sticker pack. I actually put every single sticker I had on this, and the ones that I couldn't fit on that, I put on the other one. We'll go ahead and take a look at that in a minute. The wheels do roll. It's kind of like no big deal. Once again, it's that really cheap plastic that they love using. No really attention to paint detail. The sculpt is great. I think they did a good job on that. He's got the big exhaust pipes. That definitely makes it like a Deadpool custom right there. You can pull the dog off. He's got a butthole right here, and that fits on a peg, so you can put that on the seat of the scooter. It's whatever. It keeps him on the scooter, so I'm cool with it. Then you have the squirrel pool, which actually has the swords on his back. I thought that was cool. Has a little Deadpool mask, but then he has that big thing right there for he can stick on his back. But if you're not planning on sticking this on his back, you can stick it on anybody's back. And if you don't want to do that, you can cut that little knob off. It'd be nice if I had two of them to cut one off and have one just to display normal. Then you have the dog. You can sit like this, and that's pretty much it. It kind of sucks. Like, I was looking forward to getting this dog so bad for so long, and then he's just a PVC. Okay, so he has... Alright, I lied. So he moves here at the waist. I had no clue he did that. Oh, his arm... Man, he actually has a little bit of articulation. It's kind of like, who cares? Because he's still stuck in this pose. It'd be nice if you could, like, actually make him like look like a dog and tilt his head up, but that would require them carrying too much, and I was just so happy to get the dog. Why would they even bother? Then if you go ahead and take him off, and he sucks because I don't really want to take him off because he takes a while to put on there. You can take a look at him and see what's new here, and you're thinking, wow, there's not really much new here. He does have this cool new head on him to where he's like screaming on there. That's definitely cool. So it's a new head sculpt. I love that. I even think that the little kink thing on the back has never been done before. And then you're going, well, this harness is new. That's definitely new. I've never seen that before. And then if you go to your old collection, you actually got two of these. You got a red one of these and a blue one of these. I went ahead and pulled out the blue one, and now that harness is starting to look really familiar. So they dug deep to find that one. They actually had to go in like an old drawer and pull that thing out. And if you turn it around and you look at it and you're like, God, even the back looks familiar. The only difference is back then they used to care a little bit, and they'd actually paint buttons and put a little attention to detail, a little dry brush. And now they're so money hungry that they kind of stopped doing stuff like that. Put a little X there. Just, you know, it was really cool. They thought it was so cool that they could just go ahead and reuse it. And they were hoping that the new collectors would notice, because the new collectors don't have the old stuff, and the old collectors would go, God, you guys are really cheap. And then if you want to look at the rest of the Deadpool and you're going, man, he kind of lays flat. What's new here? And then you look at like another old Deadpool that they made just recently, because it seems like we've gotten all these Deadpools in like the past 2 years. And I'm pretty sure that this is the same exact as this. Looks like it's the same boots, painted different, same legs, looks like the same body, same everything, so kind of just the same. And then they also made this one. I'll go ahead and I'm just going to pull out like the ones they've did recently, like within the past 2 years. Then you have this. It does look like the little thing on the back of his head is actually the same. Let me get him to stand up. Then they just made this one with his little X-Men shirt on. I actually thought that was really cool. It's just another Deadpool, but it was a Deadpool that I didn't have, and I was actually really excited to get him. And I knew somebody was going to fall eventually. Then you have this one, and I thought this one was really stupid. I just didn't see the point in it. It was like just another Deadpool, and with, you know, once again, the red pouches, no attention for detail. No paint, whatever. I've already reviewed this. I was just kind of walking you through it just to show you how many Deadpools we've actually gotten in the past like 2 years. And then you have the Lady Pool, which is cool, so you can complete like the family with her. Well, not complete it, but almost complete it. God, I wish we could complete it, because that is the goal. So if you guys are keeping score at home, we have Lady Deadpool, Squirrel Deadpool, Dog Deadpool. We need the Kid Deadpool and like the Blue Deadpool. I don't know his name. I'd have to find it. I'll find a picture and throw it in. So we have her. So we're real close. Will they ever make the Kid and the blue one? I don't know why they wouldn't make the blue one. It's an easy repaint for him. And the Kid, I don't know. They might actually have to do a little extra part on there. And then you have the one with his pants off. I thought that was definitely cool. They gave you like a belt that I'm pretty sure, yeah, we already had. It's right back there, except for they were too lazy to paint the grenades on this one. I do like the head on that thing. It's really cool. And what he comes with is the bob head. So you can take your Hydra Shoulder 2-pack. Hopefully you got some of these on clearance from Entertainment Earth. I know I did. They're like $20. So I went ahead and stocked up. That was the price I was looking for. He's really cool. You can throw him in there. He'll stand out. I definitely like it. And if you don't want to get this pack to buy a bunch of stuff that you already have, then you could always buy this scooter. This is the one that I got on eBay. Let me back him up a little bit. So you can see that it's definitely out of scale. This one's quite a bit smaller than this one, but this one's like die cast and looks really nice. It's painted red, just looks really super clean. You can see the motor sticking out of the side. This one you got really nothing. This thing is amazing. It actually looks really good in your shelf. I went ahead and took all those stickers that were left over, stuck it on this thing because I couldn't fit them all on this. He actually has some pretty cool stickers. Save the Rhinos, some X-Men, some Wolverine claws, a grenade. Duple's ride. I mean, they got cool stickers. We'll go ahead and check some of these out. X-Men, some bullets, some Band-Aids. Deadpool with I think that's a unicorn. The Deadpool family down here, or at least look, they got little Headpool. Well, we got Headpool too. That was part of the family. I don't know if you saw that in the background or not. So that's pretty cool. You got Deadpool, the dog, Headpool, the squirrel, they didn't put lady pool in there, or the kid pool, or the blue one. I'm not real sure who the blue one is. Deadpool on board, smile, more bullets and more band-aids. God, they did a great job. A little poop emoji like red pool, rainbow. So that's it. That's the review. That's the collection. Thanks for sticking around. We're almost at 10,000 subs. Really looking forward to that. It's taken forever, but I guess that's what happens when you're kind of negative on a lot of your videos and you don't beg everybody to please like, share, and subscribe. So that's it. Thanks for watching.